Tamil Nadu. I think, one of the fascinating things is, a lot of our panelists have been saying that Rahul Gandhi predicted this. He said that they should have tied up with TVK. Mohan Kumaramanglam is also joining us. Is it a day of regrets, Mohan, for you? Because your leader seemed to have sensed the direction in which the state is going, but he was not able to do anything about it politically. But here you are. Vijay is at 111. I mean, he will be the next chief minister, no doubt about it.
I think there are a lot of learnings that we're, taking away from today. I think all through the election, before we even formed the alliance, there were a lot of disagreements within the party. Some of us were on the side of charting a new path. The others were, for maintaining status quo. And you must remember, we were with the DMK, or have been rather with the DMK for over 22 years almost now. So it never was going to be an easy decision. Unfortunately, whatever happened has happened now. I don't think anybody saw this kind of result coming out. If you look at maybe the outlier being Pradeep Gupta of Access My India, who predicted this sort of result. Everybody else sensed some level of anti-incumbency on the ground, but not to this extent where the DMK alliance would get pushed to.
No, the question is, yes, there was anti-incumbency. Why did a new player, and almost, just a 1.5-year-old player, why did he become the beneficiary of their anti-incumbency? That's something that everybody needs to, mull over.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, listen, Vijay started his party 2 years ago. We really obviously have to admit that his organization would not be as big or as strong as either the ADMKs or the DMKs. So this election proves that the importance of the organization seems to have shrunk in Tamil Nadu, at least in terms of bringing out the vote for whoever's standing. It also to a large extent proves that individual candidates don't hold the kind of sway that maybe people thought they did. I mean, this is Vijay's first election, and 234 candidates, most of them are people who have never been in politics before, or rather are not known to be politicians, and they're fresh faces. So the vote is almost definitely for him and not the candidate. And having an unknown face and still being able to ride over maybe established ministers, ex-MLAs, MLAs who are on the other side, this election debunks a lot of the sort of established, I would say, wisdom around how to win an election in Tamil Nadu.
Do you believe the Congress can now break up with the DMK, and if Vijay is short of a few numbers, start a new alliance and be part of that government?
I don't think, and this is of course me talking, because this decision would be above my pay grade, so to speak. But I don't think Congress would join any government. As far as lending support to someone so that Tamil Nadu has a stable government, that I think is a decision that the Congress might take. But I don't see us joining any government.
So not joining, but giving support to Vijay, not ruled out. Is that what you are saying? It was an original choice.
Navika, you're asking me for my opinion, and that's the only thing I'm giving you. I cannot give you any decision on behalf of the Congress
You're the man on the ground.
In that position.
You're the man on the ground.
I am one of several people in the Congress party. I just happen to be the working president, which I'm not now. I'm a national spokesperson. This decision is not mine to take. However, if I were in that decision-making capacity, this would be a decision that I would take. That much I can tell you.
Well said, well reasoned, well argued, Sanjay Jha. You agree with that?
I would agree with that for the simple reason that, yes, there were conversations between Vijay and the Congress which happened, shall we say, at the subterranean level. I'm assuming, at the moment, I'm hoping he gets an absolute majority on his own. But should he fall short of seats, and if the Congress has enough numbers to back it, I would say a worthwhile experiment.
But whether it is morally, it will be right contesting on a
morality.
No.
Now DMK talking about
winning
morality
2 or 3 seats with
is a little far-fetched. You've been on every side of the spectrum, so let's leave morality out of the debate, Sabha. Don't you think that's fair? DMK has been with every formation.
Yeah, I think everybody will offer support to Vijay. Might even be DMK. I'm just joking right now. What if the DMK also? Because he's done so clearly. He's come and built up a momentum, and he's there.
Yeah,
so might even be yeah.
Look at the vote share. 34.09% to DMK is 31.29% and ADMK is 28.34%. I mean, to come from behind and to make
This is a star. This is a blockbuster.
Did you ever, Mr.
America.
No. I'm asking the Congress working president. Mohan. Do you, at any stage, did you feel that this would be the kind of support that TVK would get? The fact that Praveen Chakravarti had been meeting him, the fact that you were in conversation, all that is known. But this kind of a support on the ground, had you predicted?
No, I'll be frankly, I don't think anybody, if anyone says they predicted this kind of support, then I won't even take them seriously. Why this election was confusing was entirely because of Vijay, because it wasn't clear that the votes he was getting was damaging which party more, whether it was damaging ADMK or DMK. So most of everybody, I think, in Tamil Nadu was waiting for today, assuming, depending on which side they were on, that, he's actually cutting the other side's votes and we'll be able to sail past sail in the election because it's first past the post and we'll be able to come out with a slightly big margin. Even now, if you look at the margins that are being talked about in the counting that's happening, they're very small margins. So I would wait till the end of the day to figure out what the tally is. But regardless of that, the amount of vote he's managed to get is something that I don't think anybody foresaw. Everyone saw him to be a force to reckon with. I think those who dismissed him as someone who was an actor or who didn't have enough experience, etc., they obviously were dead wrong. But I wouldn't count myself or most of Tamil Nadu in that bucket at all.
Okay, Pradeep Bhandari is also joining us. Pradeep, first of all, congratulations. You were in Bengal for a very, very long time and you were one of the first people to say, इस बार तो खेला हो जाएगा, and खेला हो गया.
Well, Zaka, today is very historic because the people of Bengal has chosen Bharosa over Bhoy. They have chosen Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas over appeasement of TMC. You recall when the Bharatiya Janata had won 3 seats, 2 of them had come from Bengal. So this was a civilizational battle for us. Countless of our Karyakartas had lost their lives in 2021 and earlier. Many Karyakartas gave their generations to see the Bharatiya Janata Party government in Bengal. What has happened today is historic for the nation and is historic for every Bharatiya Janata Party Karyakarta who has contributed to it under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the execution of Home Minister Amit Shah. What has truly happened today is that the people of Bengal have fought this election. It was not the Bharatiya Janata Party which was just fighting it. It was the people of Bengal, the Mati Manush of Bengal, which was fighting against the Trinamool Congress. And today real arrogance is also lost because 24 hours back there were statements which were made against the Prime Minister and the Home Minister. I believe the people of Bengal have given a verdict, a resounded verdict, that they want Vikas, they don't want appeasement, they want Bharosa, they do not want Bhoy. And today is the real victory of the women of Bengal, and today is the real victory of Bengali Asmita, which was crushed by the Trinamool Congress appeasement. I bow down to the people of Bengal for blessing the Bharatiya Janata Party under Prime Minister Narendra Modi. All of us are very emotional here. We cannot express it in words, but what I can tell you is that momentous effort has gone and historic superhuman effort has gone by every Karyakarta. All of us were very proud to be a part of the team under Sunil Bansal and Bhupinder Yadav, but it's Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah who have led us all to a very, very historic verdict.
What really changed between 2021 and 2026, Pradeep? You had the momentum even in 2021. But you stopped short at 77. What changed between then and now?
Well, Navika ji, we worked on the booth. We worked on every booth. We worked on every vote. There was massive anti-incumbency against the Trinamool Congress, and our job was to convert that anti-incumbency into vote. Last time in 2021, the Trinamool Congress attempted all subversion so that the people of Bengal could not exercise their mandate in a free and fair manner. This is the only election in Bengal where not a bullet was fired, not a bomb exploded, and not a single person lost their life. I think this you have to give it to all the security forces and the way the election was conducted. This has not happened in the last 70 years. So when you saw the people of Bengal expressing their verdict freely, they overthrew the Mamata Banerjee government and the Trinamool Congress government in 2020.
But they say short of calling in the Indian Air Force, you had done everything. And that was intimidation, and that was Election Commission as an alliance partner.
Well, Navika ji, if not a single Bengali has lost his life or her life in the last 70 years for the first time, I believe everybody should welcome it. Because they had made Bengal the dharti of Bam Barood. The Election Commission, the forces have to be given in, because for the first time in the history of Bengal election, not a bullet was fired, not an innocent Bengali lost his life, and not a bomb exploded. I think the first peaceful election in Bengal, people of Bengal chose Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and this is something very important, Navika ji. Please look at it. The people of Bengal also saw that the BJP government across, whether it is Tripura, whether it is Uttar Pradesh or central in the country, was developing and was ensuring that the poor improved. So all the fake narratives of the Trinamool Congress fell flat. Please look at our vote share. It is a resounding 46% plus. I was telling you pre-poll that we just needed a 4% jump. We've gone up by 8 to 10%. This has not happened in the
past. In fact, let's look at the vote share. We have it up on the big screen. Last time the BJP was under 38%. It's jumped up by about 8% now, a little over 8%. It's gone up to 45. So yeah, 7.3% is what.
And just look at this, about 3% vote share difference and 100 seats that go this way or that. But Niladri, do you
interrupt you? Nota has got more vote share than AIMIM. Just clarify.
Okay. Niladri Bhattacharya, I want to ask you now, please tell me, not one person has lost their life, not one incidence of violence. Commendable job. And it had to be done. After all, 8 phases of polls in Bengal were brought down to 2 and done, planned in the manner that it has. Shouldn't you be proud of that as a Bengali?
Definitely, loss of life is not desirable anywhere. Definitely, it's a good job done by the Election Commission. I have to give it to that.
Well, the first acknowledgement to the Election Commission coming from the Trinamool Congress.
No, absolutely.
I have just one short question.
Just when he is praising the Election Commission, do you have
exactly
to give him
that's precisely why. If you give me one minute, what is the difference between the total votes polled by the BJP and the TMC?
So right now, there are about 17 to 20 rounds of counting still left. The BJP has around 48 lakh votes cumulatively counted so far. The Trinamool Congress has around 45 lakhs. So the difference currently stands at 3 lakhs.
Only 3 lakhs.
1 minute. So the difference is 3 lakhs. And for the benefit of the viewers, I'm not casting any aspersions.
Oh, are you
With
not?
all humility,
Are you not?
In SIR, the number of votes deleted are 27 lakhs. That's all I want to say.
Can I just say something else? As a political analyst, of course, I'm entirely opposed to the Election Commission. Even if TMC is buckling, I have.
No, we are not buckling.
No, you are buckling right now. You appear to buckle. I'm not. But, however, I will say one thing, because I've also checked up with people. What happened on the ground is that there was a 60% consolidation, according to my friends in the TMC, of the Hindu vote, and you will find when you do the full analysis, you will find in many places the Muslim vote has been split.
Muslim vote has been split by who?
In Humayun Kabir in one area, ISF, and you will find Congress.
That's the
and
BJP's fault or the election?
No. I'm not talking about election. I'm talking about the mandate.
No, but hang on one second. If this is true, I don't know. You are saying it. One second. No. If this is true, in 2021, Mamata Banerjee had 75% vote share amongst Muslims. If you're saying it's come down to 60,
they are saying that for the just look at the direction. You will find some revival in Congress, left, ISF, and all. I'm just giving you. I'm asking people what happened.
So that doesn't bear itself out. I'd be very surprised.
No,
if anything, I would imagine that the Muslim support for Mamata would have gone up.
Humayun Kabir is leading. Humayun Kabir is leading in his seat, no doubt about that. What's also interesting, and this is the point that we had mentioned earlier as well. If you look at the numbers 74, there were 74 constituencies or seats in 2021, where the TMC's margin of victory was lower than the combined share of the Congress and the left. Right now, you're seeing a situation where the difference in vote shares between the TMC and the BJP is about 3.5% in favor of the BJP. What's the vote share of the left and the Congress who are contesting separately right now? It's about 7 to 8%. Just putting it out.
Pointed what Sabha is saying, and then I'd like to actually look at this, because if you look at it from the seat share and the vote share percentage, when you look at the minority cluster, just look at it over here, because you have 35.57% for BJP, up from 33% in this particular region. TMC is down from 51.41% to 44.71%. So the reduction here has been of about roughly about 5 to 6% over here, and the increase over here is just 2%. But if you just switch that, and in fact CPM picking up a lot of that 4% from 5.8 to 9.3. Just a second, hold on. When you move this number, the very same seats, to the seat share, just look at how it makes a huge difference. BJP zooms from 11 to 42. TMC goes from 88 to 55. So that difference of about 30 in these minority dominant seats, and the possibility of the minority votes then getting split by other parties who are in the phase and increasing.
One second. There is another theory, which is that there is opposite polarization that has happened. The Hindu consolidation has happened in exactly those seats. That does not mean that Muslim vote has split.
Absolutely. It is counter polarization that has happened, and the Hindus have also made sure that their vote does not split. And that is what has caused this kind
somebody
of...
mentioned the SIR. May I bring in a point about the SIR? In 10 constituencies in West Bengal currently, as per counting trends, which have witnessed the largest number of deletions, the TMC is actually leading in 6.
Exactly.
So therefore
BJP is leading. So it's negligible. I mean, you can't say they're winning because of SIR.
The one story that we have to see, this is 2021 Bengal. Just look at the saffron and look at the rest of this as blue. This is Kolkata.
So broadly,
with one dot of saffron here, this was 2021. Now shift to 2026. Look at the surge of saffron all over Bengal, and look at how the bastion of Kolkata has been breached. Something that was always stated the BJP cannot do. And Anand Ranganathan, this is where the story is. Look at that sea of blue there. It was only in this part that there was the BJP and the northern part. Now it is a comprehensive presence all over, and the presidency bastion being breached, and this is the comprehensive victory. This is the story of Bengal as we see it at this moment. Let's go across to
Ratnaji, the BJP candidate is leading by 5,067 votes.
Yes, and she will win, and that is the message. The Mahila vote is the message. When you talk of minority vote, what has happened is counter polarization. But it is the M factor, this time it is the Mahila factor that has worked in the BJP's favor. The Trinamool Congress will need to introspect. Why? Despite Mamata Banerjee being the people's chief minister, lost that confidence that she had. Was the Arjikor incident the inflection point for the government of Mamata Banerjee in Bengal? That is what will have to be introspected. Let's also look at Tamil Nadu, because Tamil Nadu extremely important, and Tamil Nadu maps, if we take a look at this, this was all DMK and this is ADMK in 2021, but just look at this. It's all pink, the saffron and the green relegated, but it's all pink, and that is where 104 for Vijay, 72 for the NDA, AIADMK++, 58 for the DMK, and it is actor Vijay, the new Thalaiva, who has taken over. He's just about 13 short of getting. Actually, this is the election commission, whereas we see 108. So that's then he's
Navika ji.
It's fluctuating about 9 seats.
Yeah.
Is he going to? The only question here, is he going to make it to the halfway mark on his own, or will he need some smaller alliances? Let's take a look at Assam next. And what a comprehensive victory of Assam this has been. Look at this. Assam, 60 seats for the BJP last time. 73 for the whole alliance, 60 for the BJP. This time that is up to 99. Pro-incumbency, and this is the saffron surge. It is Himanta Biswa Sarma all the way, and all those who actually took him on, Pawan Khera, Gaurav Gogoi, where do they go from here? I don't know. But 25 is where Gaurav Gogoi and the Congress party is. 99 for Himanta Biswa Sarma and the BJP. And now let's go across to Kerala. And
you mentioned Gaurav Gogoi is trailing in Jorhat.
Well, in which case, I mean, Tarun Gogoi's son trailing in Jorhat.
By a massive margin, already 14,000 votes is what he's trailing.
Difficult to make up.
Kolattur Muka Stalin is trailing by 9,000 votes.
He was trailing too.
Pidari is trailing. NK Stalin, you're saying is trailing. Udaynidhi, I believe, is leading now. A slender margin. But Gaurav Gogoi trailing. Kerala, it is left parties had 94. They are down to 40. LDF is down to 40. Congress, it's just the reverse. 93 for the UDF from 40, and this is the Congress's bastion. And since we are at it, let's take a look at Puducherry as well.
Rajiv Chandrasekhar is leading.
Yeah.
And in Palghat, Shobha Surendran is leading.
Yeah. 3 seats leads for the BJP.
Yes. Yes.
Could that also sustain? What are the margins, JVC?
Just a minute. Right now, only 2. Neyman Rajiv Chandrasekhar is leading, and Chatanur Bibi Kopakumar is leading by 262. Neyman should be through.
262 is a very slender margin.
4,310. Rajiv Chandrasekhar should be through.
But the BJP has been gradually increasing its vote share in Kerala election after election. It currently stands at 11.7. It might go.
But long haul. Yes. Long haul, there no Vijay in Tamil Nadu. There are no third force in Kerala. Let's take a look at Puducherry. And in Puducherry, okay,